G'day everybody and welcome back. Now, for some time I've been toying with the idea of purchasing a sports tourer, and this is what I've ended up with. So what we've got here is a 2006 Ducati ST3. I bought this a bit over a week ago now, and I've had been plagued with nothing but bad weather, and this is the second time I've tried to film this because I suffered some technical issues. At one stage so I've been thinking about buying one of these things now for a while. Some time ago I had a chat to Twan van der Bigelaar Performance about what's the best in the ST series, and he believes that the ST3 is the pick of the crop. Of course, they entered with the ST2 and then went to the ST4, ST4S and the ST3 and the ST3S ABS. This is not an ABS model. I got it cheap, and I'll go through the reasons why, but there's a number of jobs that I need to do and have pulled the trigger on a few things. And I guess you'll probably expect that I will have to start with the clutch. But Ducati have taken care of that for me. So in 2005, these things went to a wet clutch design rather than the dry clutch. Not real happy about what's going on here. This is full old man spec. And by full old man spec, I mean sheepskin seat cover. It had those big round blind spot mirrors stuck on the mirrors, so you couldn't, the mirror was practically useless. Ducati actually put a blind spot mirror in here. You can see the division, it's got a slight magnification and a different angle, so why you want to stick one of those great big round things on here and wreck the whole mirror is beyond me. So yes, we have red. Someone's been shopping late night infomercial TV jewellery, and blue. We got all sorts of crap happening here. the guy that I bought it off did all this. He said because it's got red wheels. There you go. List of jobs to do. Obviously tidy that up, and these are cheap, like a couple of cents. I've ordered a new reservoir too. I could paint those, but reality is that I'll just replace them. So, a couple of things that piss me off. When I first started looking on YouTube, there was a lot of crap videos on ST3s. There's some on there that are just basically people that were selling the bikes, actual dealerships, wholesalers and private sales, so it's just a quick walk around, not much of an explanation. Then there's absolute crap like this.
Focus on touring ability than sporting ability, which means a high level of rider comfort and a strong engine to eat up those miles. The 992cc liquid-cooled V-twin motor is a new 3-valve design.
I do think it's a very good bike. It is definitely more touring than sports. It does have a very strong engine. However, its problem is the suspension. It's just too soft and it feels very low at the back. So it doesn't really let you make the most of the chassis. It just wallows around quite a bit.
I think it's a better bike than its stablemate, the ST4. I don't think with the air-cooled 3-valve per-cylinder motor you really lose out that much to the liquid-cooled 4-valve, to be honest.
The 992cc liquid-cooled V-twin motor,
air-cooled,
liquid-cooled V-twin motor,
air-cooled,
liquid-cooled V-twin motor.
Panel of experts, and also I did find Brad Black, Brad the Bike Boy, thankfully has done one on setting the clearances on the valves. So this bike came with factory panniers and the mandatory I can't get my leg over the pannier scratches. These top panels are replaceable, and I might get a price to see what it costs just to get them tidied up at a local paint shop, because previous owners gone around with a touch-up brush and turned those scratches into grey tiger stripes. and it looks like shit. This boils my piss. That's 20 millimeters off centre, so, and they've just bunged a couple of flaming self-drilling screws in randomly. I know it's only a license plate, but hey, you know, I'll make up a bracket and shift that back and omit these screws. The mufflers on this bike are a oval aftermarket muffler by a company called Stain Tune, who are an Australian company, very well renowned. They make a nice product, and this thing sounds really good. Some more previous owner nonsense going on there. I guess the good thing is that the engine is sound. It's got a good service history, this bike. The shims and belts were done not many kilometres ago, but they were done some time ago, because the previous owner is an elder gentleman and he didn't ride the bike that often, so I'm going to replace the belts. The biggest piss off that wasn't in the brochure, or he didn't advertise, was the fact that it is the fact that it fell on another bike and broke all the bloody fairing. So this windscreen cum headlight cowl is all broken, and he's glued it all back together with some form of araldite or something and stuck a sticker over this big ugly bit. It's absolutely shit. And the mirror is broken. It's now screwed and wired and glued together. So I've ordered new ones. I've ordered a new mirror. I've ordered new cowl. I've also ordered new belts. I've ordered all those bits and pieces I was talking about before. These are aftermarket, I believe, and they're good. I'm happy with that. Wasn't real happy up here. There was more late night TV jewellery. We got red and gold, and there was these other red preload adjusters on here as well, and it was just all so busy and looked horrible, and I actually took them off and put them on the 900 because it doesn't look too bad on the 900. I hate these levers, and there was nothing wrong with the factory levers. I don't know why people do this, but anyway, yeah, so that's that. They got a pretty good dash on them, these things. So I've got a number of jobs to do. I'm going to fit heated grips. This bike's been fitted with an aftermarket throttle lock type cruise control. I'm going to fit, there's no top box on this thing, so I'm going to fit a soft bag rack. I already have the L brackets at home. I purchased those, Ventura, so I'm going to fit those, put the top bag on it. I need to route these wires through the framework. Yeah, so a number of jobs to do. Should be fun. But generally it's not a bad thing. Sounds nice. I'll fire it up. Oh, how many bloody cars? We're in the middle of nowhere. In traffic. One of the other things that was wrong with this bike is that, and I was able to negotiate the price down quite a lot on what he was asking because of these reasons. But yeah, the back wheel wouldn't turn, which is an issue, and it was because this master cylinder's stuffed. And at first, he's actually ordered a new one, but things being as they are, it's taking forever to get here. So he's ordered a new one. This I suspected it might have been a vent port blockage in the master cylinder, because that can happen, and they don't release the system pressure back to reservoir pressure. So I pulled it apart when I got it home. I just rode home with no back brake, and discovered that the piston was actually sticking and it wasn't returning on the spring. So I pulled it all apart, and cleaned up the piston with Scotch-Brite, and it runs through like a nylon or Teflon or some form of plastic bush in there, and it was tight in there, so I got some 2000 grit wet and dry, rolled it up, sprayed a bit of brake clean in there, and just kept giving it a hone with that until such time as the piston could return under spring pressure, and the back brake now works fine, but I'll replace that when I get it. I'll probably leave these in here. I'll see how I go. If I was buying these, I'd have bought black ones, but that's just me. So yeah, there we go. Hey, you want to go for a ride? Let's go for a ride. We'll check it out. She's sporty. So here we are on any country road in Tasmania. Have a look at it. How magnificent. And I guess, you know, the kind of roads that this bike really does like. I'm still riding it like a nanim because I'm still getting used to it. The idea of this thing is that it will keep the kilometres off the 900. The 900 is perfect right now, and I want to keep it that way. And also basket case as well. It'll keep the kilometres down on those more special interest bikes. So this is my daily drive to work, and you know, longer rides, tours, things like the upcoming Rot Sausage Tour in January. Bit of a slip on the white line there. Got a bit too close to the centre. Nicely. I'm not sold yet on the dead animal on the seat. They're very popular here in Australia, the old sheepskin covers. You come out in the boiling hot sun and get on your bike and the seat doesn't burn your plums. And the only problem is though, I think they do get wet, but like I said, I've never owned one, so the jury's out. I don't believe that I've got any less sort of contact feel with the seat. It feels fine, it's not moving around under me or anything. I think the passenger comfort level will be pretty good. This particular model ST3 has a fairly prominent triangular section at the front of the seat and the front of the passenger seat to prevent you sliding forward. I call it the Sibian. So yeah, I think that it'll be fine. It scoots along nicely. Beautiful country roads around Tasmania that we have. Save the SS900 for those more spirited trips. It's not that I do it uncomfortable either. I mean, I did last ride I did with the Riders of Tasmania. We did 400 kilometres door to door, and it was reasonably spirited. And I got to say, it didn't give me any grief. I got off the 900 SS and didn't feel like I'd been bent over like a half-sharp pocket knife all day. So, you know, that bit doesn't bother me. But anyway, thanks for watching. Thanks for coming and having a look at my ST3 Ducati. We will we'll get more footage underway on this bike. A couple of little projects to be done. Todd Patterson at Wayne Patterson's Motorcycle Centre in Bunbury, Western Australia, has hooked me up with excellent pricing on all of the bits that I need. So all we have to do is wait for those to arrive now, which could be weeks, I guess. But until then, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and comment, and I'll catch you next time on Andy's Motorcycle Obsessions. Bye for now.